Alright, welcome back to The Witness. We're here again. I gotta be honest, I was kinda hoping I could clean this up last time, because I was feeling revitalized and hopeful again. That was a mistake. And honestly, I'm almost thinking I might just turn off my own audio as well, because, like, the music doesn't help. I don't want to know how much time I have left. Don't tell me you're fucking this up. You're running out of time. You're running out of time. It's getting louder and louder. It's getting louder and louder. You're running out of time. I just really don't like that aspect of this whole challenge. Even though, like, most of the challenge is kind of fun, I don't really understand the pillar part yet, as I mentioned last time. And I can't say I'm a big fan of, well, I meant the maze part, and then the pillar part I also dislike a lot. I just don't think those pillar puzzles are very good puzzles, because they're, again, the main thing I always have an issue with. Puzzles that are only difficult because of obscurity, because of visual obstruction, where it's like, you can't read what this puzzle is, therefore it's hard. If you could just see everything laid out, if you just had time to, like, sketch out the path and envelop this circle, you could easily solve it. I don't like puzzles like that. I don't think they are good puzzles, but that's just me. I'm sure some people love them. But anyway, before we get into this and get tilted again, I'm gonna go listen to two logs that I found. One of them was in... was it this area or was it over there? It might have been this area. I think it was, like, over here. Yeah, right there. It's pretty hard to see. I probably wouldn't have found this one if someone didn't tell me there was one in this sort of area. So I looked around a bit, and there it is. So let's listen.
I cannot understand why we idle discussing religion. If we are honest, and scientists have to be, we must admit that religion is a jumble of false assertions with no basis in reality. The very idea of God is a product of the human imagination. It is quite understandable why primitive people, who were so much more exposed to the overpowering forces of nature than we are today, should have personified these forces in fear and trembling. But nowadays, when we understand so many natural processes, we have no need for such solutions. I can't for the life of me see how the postulate of an almighty God helps us in any way. What I do see is that this assumption leads to such unproductive questions as to why God allows so much misery and injustice, the exploitation of the poor by the rich, and all the other horrors he might have prevented. If religion is still being taught, it is by no means because its ideas still convince us, but simply because some of us want to keep the lower classes quiet. Quiet people are much easier to govern than clamorous and dissatisfied ones. They are also much easier to exploit. Religion is a kind of opium that allows a nation to lull itself into wishful dreams and so forget the injustices that are being perpetrated against the people. Paul Dirac, 1927, as related by Werner Heisenberg.
Anything beyond that?
So, you see what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Yep, this one doesn't fit either.
How would you characterize the way in which it doesn't fit?
Well, it's about arguing. And it's about being greatly disturbed by issues that are relatively small. It's not aiming high, and it's not about ultimate truth, not really. It's mostly about what some stupid people are doing that is wrong compared to what I am doing that is right.
That is kind of the opinion I had of it.
Is definitely a truth seeker, in the domain of physics at least.
Yeah, but I don't feel that attitude in this piece at all. If a belief is just formed in opposition to other beliefs, it can't be fundamental? It can't be that deep. But, you know, where he says the thing about natural processes, he starts to outline an actual philosophy.
Interesting. There's something that could stand on its own, that isn't just rejection and opposition. But then he drops it. Well, this isn't the atheist manifesto we need. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
You know, at one point Dirac also wrote this. One could perhaps describe the situation by saying that God is a mathematician of a very high order, and he used very advanced mathematics in constructing the universe. I think he meant God in an Einstein kind of way.
He said that? Same guy.
Same guy. Later in life, though. People are strange. Scientists are stranger.
Yes, they are.
I guess that was just a bit of a discussion, balling ideas back and forth, like finding quotes that you can put in the audio logs. What do we put in these audio logs for people to find on this island when they're here and stuff? Not really much to say about it. And I mean, she basically like commentated on the quote itself and said what I was thinking, so not really much to say there either. So yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to like... For a second I thought this lamp was like something. I was looking here and it like shifted across up there, so I thought something was like running across the cavern up there. That would have been insane. Suddenly The Witness is a horror game. But yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to get anything else from that other than just a little bit of world building and like this is how they decided on the whole audio log stuff and all that. But yeah, then also I had someone tell me that there is a log that is sort of visible-ish from this ish area-ish, and I just explored around here a little bit and actually found it very fast, oddly enough, because it's very hidden. This might not even have been the one referred to, but right here is one that, yeah, just I kind of happened to just stumble upon this in like a minute, so that was cool.
It's just the new teapot beeping. It boils fast, but that beep bothers me. Moving on?
So,
what?
Next I want to raise this problem, which is that I think we don't have
Wait, stop. Are you saying, wait, is there a log somewhere up there that starts beeping and then it like cuts off the log or something? And this is the continuation to that? Or, I don't know.
It's just the new teapot beeping. It boils fast, but that beep bothers me. Moving on?
So, next I want to raise this problem, which is that I think we don't have enough smart representation from materialist atheists, physicalists, anything in that neighborhood of ideas. And I've been trying to do something about that, but it's hard. The problem is that most coherent atheists' creeds are focused on defeating some specific idea of God, or are angry about the historical activities of organized religions, rather than, say, from first principles, making a good case for the impossibility of any concept of God, which would be more like what we're after.
I'm having the same problem. So many justifications of atheism devolve into assertions of the implausibility of Bible stories. Someone like Bertrand Russell, a very advanced thinker, but his commentary on religion all seems to be like Why I Am Not a Christian. Very limited in scope. It is way too small compared to the vision of God and the pieces we're juxtaposing.
Can you repeat that last part? You kind of just dropped out a little bit.
Video call?
Just that it's a very provincial
or a phone
idea
call
of God that's usually advanced in those arguments. Sometimes even a straw man God. And it doesn't have much in common with the God visualized by Cusa or Spinoza or the great Sufis or even Einstein, whoever. So it just doesn't play on the same field.
When people are explicitly pushing materialism, they're usually philosophers or writers, not physicists, not people who actually do the frontline work of understanding the physical world. With the heavy hitters in physics, it's very hard. It's hard to find good statements that aren't just arguing against straw men. And it's strange because in the modern age, a reasonable portion of working physicists are atheists. Not all by any means, but a reasonable portion. But it's hard to get strong and articulate statements from that sector.
Yeah. I mean, the closest you get is somebody like Feynman, where science gives us a great degree of certainty about certain things, but outside those, it's not a good idea to tell ourselves nice stories and speculate. It's just best to realize we don't know yet about the bigger questions, etc. But we have a lot of Feynman already. Ooh, Paul Dirac was at least a staunch atheist at one point in his life, but I don't know if he has direct statements on record.
I think I was supposed to find this earlier.
Dirac was far from a materialist, though. He believed the universe is made out of math. That's an oversimplification, of course. He even mentioned God a few times in an Einstein kind of way.
Wow, this is all so crazy because among scientifically educated people, it's the cultural default, right? If you're a scientist or a computer programmer kind of person, atheist materialism is supposed to be the basic belief. If you're not a materialist, you're stupid. But if we can't find anyone who makes a good case for it, how does that happen?
Well, it's easy to be convinced of the absurdity of stories in common Christianity, Judaism, whatever. So, if that's your picture of spiritual beliefs and you have an aversion to digging too hard into your own worldview, which most of us do, then there you go. Anything that seems religious is goofy Bible stories, and materialism is anti-religious. And it's the general impression that smart people are materialists, and, hey, I want to be smart, so case closed.
Also, there are all these so-called spiritual people who believe basically anything and try to convince everyone.
In addition to goofy Bible stories, did I forget to mention ghost stories, astrologers, spoonbenders, and all kinds of frauds?
It's a ton of noise. It makes it almost impossible for an outsider looking in to see high-quality thought in the world of spirituality. If I can even generalize spirituality to one thing. So it's easy, if you're already leaning toward materialism, to see these flaky spiritual people, extrapolate that to all spiritual people, and say all that stuff is garbage.
That's how it worked for me. For a while.
Okay, but despite all this, there's a large contingent of present-day real scientists who believe in some form of atheist materialism and whose beliefs have been carefully considered. So we need to ensure we respect that viewpoint.
It's
I
so
remember
frustrating.
that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Carl Sagan has a good piece in Demon Haunted World, where he talks about science as a profound source of spirituality. But he doesn't mean mystical spirituality. He means this pure dedication to truth and the development of a wise perspective on our place in the world. It's nice, and it's a picture of atheism that isn't hostile or contemptuous.
Yeah, I read that, and what you're talking about is a beautiful piece, and I tried to get it, but Sagan's people want too much money.
Oh.
Can't we just pay more?
No. It would trigger a bunch of most favored nation clauses, and we have to pay everyone a lot more, and we go broke.
I wonder if this is true,
No Sagan for us.
or if this is just in-world.
It is a shame, since he was such a great thinker, and eloquent, too.
But it's true, I haven't seen any Carl Sagan quotes. Huh. I wonder if that's really what happened. They wanted to have quotes from certain people, but couldn't because the rights to those quotes were too expensive or whatever. Kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, the question they were asking, the problem, in my opinion, it almost seems kind of obvious. Like, of course there's not a lot of people talking about that, because, like, the default of, you know, scientifically minded people, of the default being atheists and stuff, isn't the whole point of that it's not that they're saying nothing exists. Most of the time, anyway. I mean, sure, there's a lot of atheists that just think there is nothing else, period. But I think most people are just basing it on, like, there is nothing until it's proven. And that's the whole point. There's, like, no way to prove it, therefore no one believes it. Because why believe something that is not provable to be true is, I think, the point, or, like, the belief of many people. But I guess maybe I'm describing more agnostic people? I have no idea. But yeah, like, I don't feel like that's kind of a logical thing to do, to try and prove that there is nothing, because there's, like, already no proof that there is something, so how can you prove there is nothing when there is no proof that there's something? I don't know. I wonder what kind of materialist quotes they did end up finding, if any. If this is here because they never found any, or if this is here because they did find some and put them up somewhere above ground. And now this is just, like, discarded here. Or, well, deliberately placed, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, in a way it is an interesting topic, because, like, I do think there are a lot of people that denounce religion in the sense of, and this is like for me as well, like I don't think any of our current religions in the world have it quote unquote right. Like nothing, it doesn't make sense to think that any one religion is just true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that nothing like on the spiritual level has any value in that sense. And of course it's human to wonder about, you know, the afterlife and stuff like that, and why are we here? How did things happen? I mean, you can wonder from a scientific standpoint, but you can also wonder from a spiritual standpoint, and things like, oh, who are we really? What makes you you? Is there such a thing as the soul and whatever? But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to try and like come at from the other angle, because most of the time it's people come at it from one angle and then people from the other angle shut them down or try and like prove to themselves and others of their mind why that's not to be believed or something. I don't know. Guess I'm not really saying much, but anyway, let's, I guess, do one single attempt at the whole music thing, the challenge. I don't know, I'm not feeling very hopeful, and yeah, it's already kind of late, so just one single attempt. Yeah, still don't really understand this section, if there's anything you can do about it. And I also feel like I'm just gonna, like, mute my audio completely. There we go, just sweet silence, because fuck this music. I don't like listening to this. The loud, the stressful, the, like, you're running out of time kind of thing. I can do without it. Let's just focus on, like, solving puzzles, and that's it. Nothing beyond that. If I do it fast enough, great. If I don't, try again. Instead of, like, stressing out over and over. That's not it. Other way. Yeah, a little windy, but that's fine. This one again, huh? Yeah, that's not bad. Now this one. Now this one is a maze, so never mind. I guess it's not, like, one set puzzle for each thing. Now this is a mirror puzzle. Oh, I see. That can't be like that. That has to be the other one. Uh-oh. Wait, so we go up here? No? Uh-oh. Oh, this way! Wait. There we go. Okay, alright. It's possible. Good lord. Yeah, sometimes they're just really, really hard to figure out. To, like, see what the hell you're meant to do. Alright, and now... let's say we lay this one down here. No, then that would be excluded. If this one is here... and then that is there? Yeah, so we just do this. There we go. Alright. Not bad. This one doesn't look possible. This one looks possible. Let's do, like... maybe not. Maybe this isn't possible. No, I don't think so. Maybe it is. Yeah, this doesn't look possible either. Okay, let's go back to the other one. Yeah, like, identifying which one is possible to solve is a big problem here. Wait, that way? And then this? No, that doesn't work. There we go, finally. Yeah, that was a rough one. Even knowing, or like, thinking that was the one that's possible, that still was very difficult. Shit, and this one I don't believe is possible. I don't know about that. I don't feel like that's possible. This one looks okay. Maybe not. How can you separate these three at the same time? I don't feel like that's possible. Wait, no, it is possible. It is possible. This way, but then... that. Good lord, that was the most difficult puzzle of that nature I've ever seen. But then... where the hell does this go? Like, now I just feel... there's no point continuing. Like, there's no fucking way I can make this in time at this point. You can't waste that much time that early on. So, what's the point in continuing? I could just press escape and, like, try again, I guess. I don't know. Wait, shit. Shit, no, come on. Oh man, this one is so close, but no. Yeah, I've just given up, basically. I've just given up. Let me increase my volume. Yep, it's the fucking climax, of course it is. What if I do that? There we go, finally. Good lord. Well, I'm like screwed. Let's just go check this out. Oh, that's the wrong way. Well, yeah, I'm completely out of time. Yeah, this is kind of like wearing me down a little bit. In concept, I kind of... is it done? Wait. Audio? It's done. Okay, I failed. In concept, I don't hate this, but like... oh man, the RNG is frustrating to me. Well, just gotta keep grinding it out, I suppose. That part is, I don't know. I feel like you could have designed a speed-solving gauntlet like this in a better way, but I don't know what kind of way that would have been, really. It really just does feel like luck. I just have to get puzzles that click in my head quickly, and then all will be well. Still don't fully understand the last two sections though, like if there's some way you can tell where you're supposed to go. And then, again, the problem is I've gotten to the second pillar, but then didn't solve that, and then after that, maybe you need to solve all three of the puzzles on the tomb as well. Because if that's a restriction as well, then like what the fuck? How? That doesn't even seem possible. Most of the configurations you get don't look possible. Like, this isn't possible to solve, but maybe they lock into something that is possible? I have no idea. Anyway, I guess we're in this for a while, this fucking challenge, so, yep, just strap in. It's gonna be just grinding from now on, and we'll see if maybe I have some more hopefulness next time that can get completely shat on in 5 minutes. We'll see then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.